What is with these shop lights? Well, I found one of the big problems. I suspect that as we dig into it, we're going to find another big one. But let me get the rods off here, and then we'll bust off the main caps, and I'll show you what I found. So this is what tipped me off. Why are the connecting rods loose on the crankshaft? So what do we know? Well, this is what we know. Have you ever heard the phrase balanced and blueprinted? Remember when people used to say their engines were balanced and blueprinted? I'm not absolutely sure what blueprinting an engine means, but I'm pretty sure it means checking every single thing, every bearing journal, every crank journal, every rod journal, every bore, every piston, and documenting it. I think that's what that means. Let me tell you what happened here. None of that. They didn't measure anything. For some reason, they bought brand new pistons, paid the money to have the connecting rods pressed on, and put them in a block that the ridge is so bad at the top that I had to find my old school ridge reamer and ream out the ridge at the top of the cylinders because I couldn't get the pistons out. There was a huge burr. I measured, and there's about 7 to 8 thousandths of taper at the top of the cylinders. So I don't know why they spent the money on brand new pistons so that they could put them in a completely worn out block. But that's not the big problem. The big problem is the rod journals and the main journals on this crankshaft were ground 10 thousandths under. That's what the rod bearing looks like. So we have a crankshaft that was turned 10 thousandths under on the rods. I don't know if you can see that right there, but that says standard. They did not buy 10 thousandths under bearings to match the crankshaft. They put standard rod bearings in it, which smoked the crankshaft, egged out the rods, just destroyed itself. And rod bearings. Rod journal is also 10 under. Let's see if I can even see it here. Yeah. Standard. Standard rods, rod bearings, standard main bearings, completely smoked. The crankshaft is ruined. The rods will have to be resized. The block's going to have to get bored and honed and decked and line honed. So this is not the engine for us. This one's going to, the crankshaft's going to go in the trash. That'll go in the scrap bin at the dump because it's cheaper to just buy a brand new crankshaft than it is to have this ground 20 under. The block's already 30 over. The cylinder walls are just horrible. So it's probably going to have to go 50 or 60, I would imagine. I think I can get 40 over pistons for it, but I don't know that it would clean up. So probably go 60 over. I'm just going to put this in my pile of blocks that need machine work. The original thought was we were going to put this in the Firebird, but I have a better setup we can do with that. If you're wondering what's going in the ChevHELL, I bought something this week. Let me show it to you. How about a set of big block Chevy to ChevHELL hooker headers, brand new in the box. 2-inch primaries, 3.5-inch collector, brand new in the box, $250. Pretty excited about these. So not only did they not measure anything, I don't think they owned a torque wrench either, because those main caps were not torqued on the same at all. So, what a waste. What an absolute waste. I'm going to keep the pistons and the rods. I can fix the rods. This is going in the scrap bin. Block can get fixed, but I have another 350 that's actually already bored, honed, decked, line honed. I have a brand new Scat steel crank for it, cast steel. I've got a set of rods with ARP bolts. I've got some Speed Pro Hyper Eutectics. And I think I have a set of World Sportsman 2 heads that I bought 15 years ago for like $300. We're going to put those on it too. So this is just one for the stash. This isn't gonna work for us. So anyways, now you know. So stupid. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. I suspect that the digger we deep. So not only did they not measure anything,